Dave and Buster's here in Santiago would be excellent for a lot of things.
I heard it's coming.
Oh,
really?
That's what I heard.
I still have in my head this chip that's like, oh no, that's too big for Santiago. They're not gonna fill it. No. I get friends. Remember the friend of mine?
Yeah.
When they opened Agora More here, they're like, they're not gonna fill that up.
It was Starbucks they were talking about specifically.
Right. Like that's not gonna work here.
So,
they're not enough people.
What do you guys think? I'm like, yeah, it's gonna work.
2 million people here? 1.5
something like that.
This is someone that's
of course it would.
Exactly. This is someone that's older, that's been here, that's seen. You know what they mentioned? They said, "Oh, I remember. What was it? What was it that place? Hooters." He's like, "Remember Hooters?" I'm like, "Dude, that was Hooters. I think it's bankrupt in the U.S. What are you talking about? You cannot compare Hooters with like a Starbucks in 2025. No. You know, then." No. It's different, and so I think it's gonna make it. Why? Because these people, they don't do things without data. Right. Like, look at all these new hotels opening up here, and you came this week, you had trouble finding Airbnbs because of all the events that are happening this weekend, and all these new hotels, and they're all packed. Everything's packed.
Everything's full.
Airbnb's full. So obviously they knew that was coming. These people they do their research, and so the mind shift a little bit with people that are used to one thing is it takes time, but it does happen.
Just like they got that they just opened IHOP right in Sanbia Mall on Monday. And when I first posted that reel about it, people said, "Oh, it was there 10 years, 5 years or 6 years ago, however many years ago, in the same spot, and it didn't work." But like to your point when you say they got data now. Yeah. You think they're gonna bring that back and thinking it's gonna fail? No,
no. It's very different.
So wait, we're talking about 5 years ago. We didn't have as much activity, as much people, as much of like I've been here 8 years, and I think it's like what I was saying. Back then, there was none of this activity. There were no like in the past 3 years we had all these hotels pop up.
Right.
Is that also going on in Santo Domingo the same way?
I would say in 2015 when I was here living their first year, Santo Domingo was not like it is now. And, we're talking 10 years ago.
Right.
It just wasn't. The restaurant I had, I was selling wings, alitas. Mm-hmm. So that was my product.
Okay.
And back then I had to educate. One of the problems is I had to educate Dominicans on what wings were. They didn't know what they knew what they were. It was like, hey, you got barbecue and you got plain. That was it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was difficult for the business to survive back then because, first of all, you can't get Dominicans to get off their diet for lunch, which is beans and rice. You're just not going to do it. And another thing is that I didn't realize that beforehand to open a restaurant mostly in the evenings because during the lunchtime, they're not going to really eat that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I noticed when I got back, they have all these wing restaurants now. Yeah. All different flavors. But when I had it, there were none around.
Yeah. Now there's a market.
And now there's a market for it.
Yeah.
Had I known any better back then, I probably would have went to like Punta Cana and did it. Because as you're walking down the street in Punta Cana, when you see something, it was called Metro Wings. You see Metro Wings, I don't have to educate an American or a Canadian or a European what that means. Oh man, it's almost like pizza. When you see pizza, you already know what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what it is. So here they was like, oh, what are wings? Things like that.